And that's a very brief opening talk. And after this, I don't want to do this. Go on, Woodhead. Yeah, that's on the front, isn't it? Yeah. It's all right. I might just put my foot through it in a minute. Actually, yeah. Don't worry. Let's see what's on these slides. That will determine your fate. So I have no subject now. I'm done with what I wanted to talk about. The hell? Oh, gosh. Okay, yeah, I thought that's what I was going to expect, so let's be perfectly honest. I believe there are 20 slides. All right. So this is now completely improvised from this point onwards. I would say SteelCon like to do things slightly differently. I do hope, wherever the organisers have all hidden as well, where are you? I do hope that this becomes a tradition for SteelCons going forward, because if it turns out I'm the only person who gets lumbered with this, I know who my friends are now. I did not write these slides, I've never seen them. So apparently we're going to talk about opening infected PowerPoint files. All right, let's see what this is all about. What? No, I'm lost, mate. Gotcha. Okay. Apparently I'm a digital outlaw. That's awesome. And I'm 33% cheese, allegedly. Oh, well played. Well played. Yes, I'm 33% cheese and may contain nuts. And apparently there will be pointless bullet points. How derp we get from here? Well, I think we've got a taste of where this is going so far, so nothing is going to surprise me now. Oh, dear God. Legendary. If you find this in a PowerPoint slide when you open it, I think we can safely say that you have been infected. Not necessarily with anything related to cyber, but that has going to change my a priori concept of the world going forward from this point onwards. It certainly is. I have none. Okay. No, there is really nothing I can say about that. Not in the context of information security, anyway. I'm just dreading the next one. Ah, right, charts. Okay, we can do charts, maybe. What? On. Okay. See, I should never be a stand-up comedian. I'd be rubbish on whose line is it anyway. I can tell you that now. Really, there's the explanation for why hamburgers are taking over people's heads and eating zombies. By the look of it, I'm really, really not sure. Where do we start with this? Seriously. Oh, guys, come on. I thought you were my friends. It is a bit Wild West InfoSec, and this is why I don't actually mind doing this. I do a lot of talks, a lot of conferences, and obviously I'm quite heavily invested in getting people into the industry, in mentoring, in not setting standards, but maintaining and increasing standards. But that doesn't mean we can't have a bit of fun, mix things up every now and then. However, I know the names of the people who wrote these slides are at the end, allegedly, so I've been told. However, I will name them for you now. Mike Woodhead, where are you? He's legged it, hasn't he? Two of the people who wrote these slides aren't even here, possibly three. So I've just been thrown to the dogs. So where do we start? I think the analogy here has got to be something to do with, I don't know. I really don't know. I have no words. Hey, it's my dog! That's my dog. He's one of my dogs anyway. He's my Twitter profile. picture as well. This is Zero the Collywokkie. You've heard of the Jabberwocky from Alice in Wonderland? Well, this is the Collywokkie. 40 kilos of psychopath. He is just a legend. He's brilliant, and he's just so adorable too. But in the beginning, dog created man, apparently. He certainly, I don't think he's really created anything, this animal. He certainly pulled apart plenty of bin bags in his time. He created a mess. Okay. There really is no thread. I was told that there would be a thread running through this. I'm not seeing it yet. Is anybody seeing the thread here? Sorry? On the last slide. Oh, I get you. Oh, that was bad. That actually, well done. That's good. So, some statistics. I think this may be a subtle dig at my age, if I'm perfectly honest. Years before diagnosis, declining amyloid beta proteins. Well, I better go and see if I can get some of those down at the boots. Changes in memory and atrophy of the brain. Yes, definitely. I think in agreeing to do this, I may be exhibiting all of these symptoms. Which leads us to wonder, allegedly, can we really live on Mars? Wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Which does raise an interesting point, because we're looking, I read recently in the news that NASA or not NASA, but another agency are looking to terraform Mars. Actually looking at importing bacteria, importing microbes and various other life forms to see if they can actually change the nature of the surface of the planet and possibly even make it habitable. Which raises a lot of interesting questions. Ethical debates, for one. We haven't found life on other planets, as far as I'm aware, although we do occasionally get those clickbait articles of life found on asteroids and things like that, which I love. I've got to admit, I'm a real fan of conspiracy theories, just because they make me, I just find them endlessly entertaining. Just finding out people's views on the Illuminati did this, and World War II bombers on the dark side of the moon, stuff like that. I would point out I don't believe any of it, but I do find it quite hilarious. But could we live on Mars? The technology that's being advanced at the moment, and looking at 3D printing habitats, stories of one-way trips to an inhospitable world millions of miles away. Would anybody sign up for a one-way trip to Mars?
Can we volunteer on the beach?
There would be... What's that, Aaron? What's that?
I just said if we're volunteering on the beach, evidence his name's going down.
Yes. Well, I know 4 people's names who are going down. One of them's in the room, yeah. So where are we going with? Well, I'm lost, confused, unsure, unclear, perplexed, disoriented, and frankly bewildered. I'm sure you all are as well. I'm sure there is absolutely no thread whatsoever to this. The story behind how these slides came to be was a recent, fairly alcoholic trip to Lanzarote, if I'm perfectly honest. But as I say, I do hope this becomes a bit of a tradition. RobbingCon 2015. Oh, Robin, I'm so sorry. You know who to blame for this. Well, that's an interesting question. Oh dear, I have no words for that. I really don't. Oh, facts and figures. Pac-Man, awesome. Versus blue bars. How many? Well played, well played, well played. I have no idea where this is going, although it does remind me, I really, really do want to see the film Pixels. That's I've seen trailers for. That looks quite good. Giant electronic Pac-Man running around the streets of Tokyo. Looks quite interesting. But anyway. How often is said? Well, that's actually very true. I don't think Canadians really do say that often. One word that, if we had a different slide, if they were saying the word sorry, I think that would be a completely different bar chart. Like my mind right now, this slide is intentionally blank. Some sponsors. Yes, Mad Bob. Thank you very much, guys. Is anyone timing? I don't even know where to begin with this. Some pointers? Ah. I hate you. Yeah, first beer is required. A lot of beer before this, and at just gone 10:30 in the morning, I think we're going to have to volunteer someone to assist. Anyone? Any volunteers to come and help with? Come on, Woodhead. Oh, you. I really don't know how we're going to mime this. We could draw the picture of China, Iran, North Korea. No, I have nothing. I literally have nothing. Huh?
It's only going one way.
It's only going one way from there, isn't it? I can see what you're trying to do. The Illuminati, just mentioned them, of course. 10 secrets the Illuminati don't want you to know. 9/11 was a lie. It is 11/9, frankly. Yes, thank you. Yes, the CSG check scheme is actually run by lizard overlords. Oh, fantastic. There are no actual tigers in the tiger scheme. That is very true. That is very true, yes. You do have to cyber to get a cybersecurity arse entails certificate. It's true, yes. Yeah, there's no blagging it. If you want to come and set any of the established courses that, obviously CSG check scheme stopped doing assessments a few years ago, which is where sort of Crest and Tiger schemes have sprung up to fill that gap. And if you sit any of those exams, particularly the higher level ones, they are incredibly tough. They are really seen as being the gold standard in pen testing. There is a third one coming up as well. The cyber scheme has a team leader level exam, which currently sits at Warwick University, waiting to sort of go live and have dates. They're all slightly different. They all have a slightly different approach. They're all testing pretty much the same things at a very, very rigorous standard, and you do need to be able to cyber to be able to pass those exams. You really do. And there are no training courses available for the team leader exams either. So you can either do it or you can't. And I've got to redo mine. 6.5 doesn't exist. Okay. I've actually got to resit my my check team leader exam in September. Not looking forward to that. Even though I do it every 3 years, and I've been doing this a long time, there is every chance I will fail. They are that tough, the assessments. Do I really want to? Yeah. NMAP pitfalls and why it can lead to athletes. Seriously. Oh, yeah, don't use the Chinese installation. Don't use any Chinese installation packages, to be perfectly honest. Going from experience is better than the manual? I don't know. I don't know if I could really put my weight behind that. I'm a bit of an obsessive manual reader, if I'm perfectly honest. 2 install versions is a better one. No, actually, there is some truth in that. Because one of the, I've mithered on a bit today about methodologies and becoming too rigid in what we do. But one of the things that we do like to do is always have verification in our results. Because NMAP in all of its iterations can give you varying results. And if you're not working on the holy grail of networks, which is something that is 100% accurate and doesn't drop a packet 100% of the time, it is always worth having a secondary tool if you're assessing services just for comparison. If you get the same results out of 2 different tools, then yeah, you can have a higher level of confidence that the results you're seeing are accurate. If you are just running NMAP and that is it, go back a day later, run NMAP again, you'll probably find slightly different results. Things will react in a slightly different speed depending on the network conditions at the time. So actually, there is a little bit of common sense. I think that's going to be all the common sense you're going to see in these slides, to be honest. But yeah, that's very true. Because no one's got time for that. Really, nobody does. A bit of advice, though, if you don't read the manual, you won't know about max RTT timeouts in NMAP, which allows you to set the limit. One of the things I do with UDP scanning, just a little tip from experience, is ping the target first have a look at what the latency is in milliseconds, and you can set the maximum timeout for UDP traffic in milliseconds. It's 10% higher than what the pinged latency is. That way, if it ain't coming back, it's not coming back. Just drop it, move on. Don't do 10 retries. Don't wait endlessly for it. And you can cut a 12-hour UDP scan down to arguably an hour or two. So that's from reading the manuals. Always worth reading the manuals sometimes. Up was a good film. I totally agree. I hate to guess where this is going next. You is... what? Nah, that doesn't even make sense. Okay. Well, it's not base 64, so... Something missing off here, is it? Oh. In my spare time, I like to do a few things. I like riding motorcycles, I like going for long runs, I do mud runs and stupid things like that, throwing myself through plastic tubes covered in mud, climbing over scramble nets. I like to go to the gym, and when I'm not doing any of those things, I compete nationally in the National Field Archery Society. And it's not for girls. Well, it is for girls, it's also for children, old people, young people, it's for everyone. I take offence to that. Questions? I'm sure you have many. I do. What are questions? Why are they needed? Why? Oh, why? Oh, why? The slides were not done by me at all. They were done by John Carroll, Steve Wilson, Steve Lord, and Mike Woodhead, who are over there. So thank you very much for suffering with me and going on this journey. Seriously though, if anybody does have any questions at all about anything I've said, as long as it's not to do with these slides, please, then we've got a couple of minutes. First question I'm imagining people are thinking is, why did you do that, Campbell? Why did you agree to this? To be honest, I don't know. Anybody? Oh, go on then.
Would you do it again?
Yeah, I would. I would do Blindslides again. However, I think I would choose my crowdsourcing slide creators a little bit more carefully next time.
Choose 4 enemies. It seems to be probably do that.
4 enemy, yeah, don't use your friends for this, trust me.
You need to be on the team that does next year's December.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes, there will be revenge. So, first of all, apologies for that. Secondly, thank you very much for listening, everybody.